Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hello and welcome, my name is Katie and this is my weight loss journey. I currently am on a weight management program with Aviva where I get a Wegovy, which is a weight management injection, and I'm currently on 2.4 milligram. I'm type 2 diabetic, and yeah, so this is my kind of journey of trying to lose weight to get to a better level with my diabetes and come away from being diabetic eventually. So yeah, apologies there was no video last week. It's been half term, it's been tiring. You can probably see the big bags under my eyes. So yeah, if you want to know how the last couple of weeks have been, then please keep watching. So I can't actually remember much of my food because obviously it's been like 2 weeks, but this last week has been half term. I've spoken about it before, every time there's a half term, because Louis, like, I don't know if for some reason they do it at school or he's just got into the habit, but Louis counts down the days till the next half term, and then I think he literally just gets excited because it's half term, even though we haven't really done anything this half term. And he literally gets up at the crack of dawn, and excuse me, I'll try not to yawn in this video, and it's been like 5 o'clock starts, 5:15, 5:30 starts all week. And obviously if you've seen Louis in videos before, he's literally on the go all the time. He has autism, and this year he has also been diagnosed with ADHD. So that is where the literally on the go non-stop comes from, I think. A little update with that. So way back in January, we went for an ADHD appointment to get his diagnosis, and so the doctor could see Louis, we could go through all his information. So that confirmed the diagnosis of ADHD. We talked about medication, and it's been a good few months since I heard from the doctor that we saw in January, so I've contacted the relevant people. That doctor doesn't actually work for the services anymore, but we have now got a appointment on the 13th of June, which I hate because it's Friday the 13th, to see a local consultant person in Salisbury, which is the nearest city to us, to talk about ADHD medication. So that's a really big positive, because I think that's really going to benefit Louis both at home and at school. And I know some people are a bit against medicating their children, but if you don't know the kind of things that parents go through with these sorry, I literally couldn't control that one. People who don't have children with autism, ADHD, other additional needs, kind of don't know the day-to-day things that they go through. And I know some people are going to be like, well, back in my day, it wasn't around then. It just wasn't diagnosed then. And I don't want to start an argument in the comments, because I'm all about promoting positivity with autism, ADHD, and things like that, because I was diagnosed with autism this year, and I just want to share our journey, and I consider you all as my little community, so any kind of life updates I'd like to keep you updated with. So on the 13th of June, we're going to go and speak to someone about getting medication for Louis. Both school are on board. They literally, when they looked at both my questionnaire and the school's questionnaire back in January, they were literally the same answers. So we're both on the same page, and I think it will really benefit him, especially getting older, when he's going to be leaving school in a couple of years and going into like secondary school. Having his medication, I think, will really help him benefit and like help focus him more with schoolwork, because they really kind of struggle with him in the classroom environment, getting him to sit down a lot and doing schoolwork. But I digress. But I just want to give you a little update that we've got that coming on the 13th of June. So I'll give you an update again. So back to half term. So it's been quite tiring. We haven't really gone anywhere or done anything because we still haven't had the best outcome with the car. Unfortunately, Adam's car is having to be scrapped because it was going to cost us like more than the car's worth to fix it. So that's really sad. So he's not going to have his actual he can't use the car, like he won't have a taxi car basically, but he's been working for a gentleman and using his car for his jobs and things like that, so that kind of is working at the moment. So he's been doing a lot of work for this gentleman using his vehicle. It's slightly less money, but it's constant jobs and things like that. So we've been very fortunate that this guy that Adam's been working for has essentially been giving Adam loads of work, and it's been a good setup because Adam's had no outgoings for a taxi. He literally gives this gentleman I think it's like half of the payment of each job, so we're still getting a good little bit of money from Adam's work. And my dad, I don't know if he's watching, my dad has been a hero and he's letting us buy his car because he doesn't use it as much anymore. So that's just going to be for normal driving, domestic purposes. So that's going to really help us out. So Dad, if you're watching, thank you very much. You have been a hero. And that's just going to help us, obviously, getting around. We've got our little trip to Hereford in July for a little mini break. And it's just nice because obviously if we have had to pick up Louis from school, it would have been a bit more difficult with the car being out of action and only having this car that Adam was using for work, like when the guys had jobs. So this is a bit of a life update as well. So we are going to see my dad in a little bit to get the car and sort that out. And that'll be that. Food wise, I can't really think about how my food's been this week because I've literally just been probably tired. I probably haven't eaten as much. And last week? Yeah, last week I actually lost a pound. So I got to a total loss of 1 stone 9. And I think that's it. That's right. I think I'm getting confused now. Anyway, and this week I've actually put on that pound I've lost, and that's the first gain I've had since being on Wegovy. And I think what it is, I know it shouldn't matter being on the weight management program I'm on, but I haven't been calorie counting. I've just been eating like my 3 meals a day and maybe having a snack or two if I've needed it. But I haven't been focusing on like protein or carbs, or not exactly carbs, but protein, fibre, and things like that. So I've renewed, because my subscription expired from NutriCheck, so I've actually renewed my NutriCheck subscription, and I'm going to focus on my calorie counting and try and make sure I get like my 5-day and things like that and protect the protein, because that was one thing that was happening when I went up to 2.4 milligram. My suppression was really, really high, and it was making me eat less, so I don't think that was helpful. But the suppression has come down a bit now, so I'm feeling like I could eat my 3 meals a day, even if it is smaller portions. But my dietitian, who I spoke to last week, said if you can just protect the protein, because that's also going to help your muscles and things like that, then go for that first, and then everything else you can eat as a when you're feeling more hungry. And I'm actually going to have some breakfast in a minute because I'm feeling hungry, and also I'm yawning. So yeah, that is that. I have booked my first lane swimming session for tomorrow, so I'm going to try and get back into doing some uploads and let you know how that goes tomorrow, and hopefully get into a routine with that, because I'm going to set myself a little mini goal of trying to go once a week at the moment, just to get into the routine of it, and then once I get into that, then I'll be able to maybe up it to twice a week and things like that. So I'm going to see how I get on tomorrow swimming. It's in the afternoon, and I've got myself, it's probably really childish, but I'm not the strongest swimmer, which is why I was a bit hesitant about going to lane swimming. But the people on deck said the lanes are really wide, so you shouldn't get in the way of people. So I've actually got one of them. I don't know if anyone remembers, like, you know, the square floats that you like hold on to for like trying to get you to swim. So I've actually got one for myself. I'm going to take and see if that helps me swim a bit further, because I'm not the strongest swimmer, and obviously I want to get fitter and better at it. So I've got that to take with me tomorrow. And yeah, so overall it sounds like I've been busy, but I haven't been busy. But I'm really going to focus back on calorie counting. I re-put my weight through NutriCheck, and I've put it to lose 1.5 pounds a week, because I did look at the maximum, which is £2, and I thought, even though sometimes I might be eating the lesser calories, I'll just have that buffer. And for £1.5 a week, it was giving me 1,701 calories a day. So if I eat less, I eat less, but I'd rather have the bigger amount, and then I can fluctuate and things like that. So, bit of a life update, bit of a catch up, and I apologise again for no videos, but Louis is back at school. As you can hear, there's silence. So I'm going to go make my breakfast, and I might even try and record like a little mini what I eat today, just to get back into the swing of it. Yes, I'm using my phone, so if you feel like that is better, let me know in the comments. But yeah, so sorry for waffling on. But there's a lot to catch you guys up on. But yeah, so I hope you've all been okay and enjoyed. If you've been on half term, enjoyed yourselves, and let's get back into the swing of it. I think we go on the 18th of July, so that's like, sorry, early start. 1 month and 16 days till we go away, so still got a good time to try and hit my 2 stone target, which is what I want to get to by the time I go away. But yeah, so I'm going to leave it there, and I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a big thumbs up. If you are brand new, hello and welcome. Please hit that subscribe button, as I'm trying my hardest to grow my channel, and I'm really going to try and get back into regular uploads. So yeah, I'll speak to you very soon in the next one. Take care.